engine is trying to warn you. And if you've heard this sound before, even once, even briefly, I need you to stop what you're doing and watch this. Because there are two types of people who hear this noise. The first type gets it checked, spends a few $100, and moves on with their life. The second type ignores it, keeps driving, and eventually gets handed a repair bill that's bigger than most people's salaries. I'm going to show you exactly which category you're in and what to do about it right now. Here's what nobody tells you about this problem. It doesn't announce itself. There's no warning light, no flashing alert. The car doesn't pull over and refuse to drive. It just keeps going, keeps running, keeps sounding almost normal until one day it doesn't. And the worst part? The damage happening inside your engine right now could already be past the point of a cheap fix. The sound you heard? That's not the start of the problem. That's the problem telling you it's already been going on for a while. What we're talking about is called rod knock. And I want to explain what it actually is because once you understand it, you'll never ignore that sound again. Here's what's actually happening inside your engine when you hear that sound. Metal parts are moving thousands of times every minute in there. Pistons, connecting rods, crankshaft journals, everything happening at insane speed. And the only thing stopping all those metal parts from tearing each other apart is a paper-thin layer of oil. That's it. That microscopic oil film is the only thing standing between a normal Tuesday and a $15,000 repair bill, because none of those parts are supposed to actually touch each other. But once that oil layer starts breaking down, the metal parts stop gliding past each other and start hitting each other instead. That's rod knock, that little knock, that faint tapping sound, the one people convince themselves is probably nothing. Here's the scary part nobody talks about. When you first hear it, the damage is usually already happening. That sound isn't a warning that something might go wrong. It's the sound of something already going wrong right now, under your hood. And every time you keep driving it after that, the damage spreads. A little more wear, a little more metal contamination, a little more money, until eventually the repair bill stops being annoying and starts becoming catastrophic. Now here's the part that genuinely annoys me because it's so preventable. Oil doesn't last forever. Everyone kind of knows this, but nobody really thinks about what it means. Over time it gets dirty. It picks up tiny metal shavings, carbon bits, moisture, and slowly stops doing its job. The film gets thinner, the protection fades, and your engine starts paying the price. But the thing that makes modern engines brutal is how little room for error they have. They're built incredibly tight, super precise, high performance, which is great when everything's working. But the moment something's off, it goes bad fast. There's no buffer. No, it'll be fine for a few more weeks. It just goes from slightly low on oil to catastrophic internal damage faster than you'd think. This is why you'll hear mechanics talk about rod knock in cars with 40,000 miles on them. Brand new cars, well-maintained cars even, because it's not always about age. It's about whether that oil film held up. And if it didn't, it doesn't matter how new the car is. Now here's where this gets really bad. And this is the part I need you to understand before we get to the cost. When rod knock starts, it doesn't stay isolated. It spreads. The bearing that first loses its oil film starts to wear down. As it wears, it releases tiny metal particles into the oil. Those particles circulate everywhere, through the oil pump, through the crankshaft, through other bearings, and now instead of one failing part, you've got microscopic shrapnel grinding through the entire engine. The crankshaft, which is essentially the backbone of your engine, starts to score. The journal surfaces that everything rotates on get damaged, and at that point, you're not fixing a bearing anymore. You're rebuilding an engine, or replacing one. This chain reaction is why the timing matters so much. If you catch rod knock early, and I mean early as in the first few days, there are scenarios where you can intervene before it spreads. Wait 2 weeks? The decision might already be made for you. Alright, here's the part that makes people's stomachs drop. For a standard everyday car, a Civic, a Camry, an F-150, you're looking at somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000 for an engine rebuild or replacement. That's parts, labor, everything. Minimum. For performance cars, anything with a turbocharged engine, a performance variant, or an upscale brand, that number jumps to $10,000 to $20,000. And For high-end engines, BMWs with certain inline-six configurations, performance trucks, premium SUVs, we're talking $25,000 or more for the engine alone. To put that in perspective, a lot of cars aren't even worth that much, which is why, at that bill, most mechanics will tell you the same thing. It's not worth fixing. The car becomes scrap, and the person who owned it, who maybe bought it 6 months ago, maybe was making payments on it, is now in a genuinely terrible situation. I've seen this happen to people who had no idea. They heard a small knock. They thought it was normal. They kept driving. And this brings me to something that happens constantly that nobody warns you about. Someone buys a used car. Private seller, maybe a small lot. Car looks great, runs fine on the test drive. No warning lights, no obvious issues. They drive away happy. 2 weeks later, they start hearing a faint knock. They Google it, see some forum posts saying it could be minor, and decide to wait. 1 month later, the engine seizes on the highway. Here's what happened. The previous owner knew. They topped up the oil, maybe added some oil treatment to quiet the knock temporarily, and sold the car. The new owner inherited the damage, and with no paper trail, no warranty, and no recourse, they're stuck with the bill. If you're buying a used car, especially anything over 80,000 miles, always get a pre-purchase inspection. Always check the oil yourself before you drive it off. And if the car makes any kind of knocking sound during the test drive, walk away. The deal is never good enough to justify that risk. So let's get practical. What should you actually do? First, if your car is making a knocking sound right now, don't drive it. Seriously, park it. Every mile you put on that engine with a rod knock is potentially hundreds of dollars of additional damage. The inconvenience of parking it for a day is nothing compared to the alternative. Second, check your oil. Pull the dipstick. Look at the level and look at the color. If it's black and gritty, it's past due. If it's low, that's a red flag. Either way, get to a mechanic before you drive it again. Third, get a diagnosis. A good mechanic can listen to the engine and tell you roughly how far along the damage is. That assessment is the difference between a manageable situation and a devastating one. And if your car isn't making that sound, keep it that way. Change your oil on schedule. Use the grade your manufacturer specifies, not whatever's cheapest. Check your level once a month. It takes 5 minutes and costs nothing. That 5 minutes is the difference between this being a video you found interesting and this being the video you wish you'd found 6 months ago. The mechanics who see this every week will tell you the same thing. Almost every rod knock story ends the same way. Someone heard it, someone ignored it, and someone paid for it. You just watched this whole video, which means you're not that person. If you want to know what other sounds your car is making that could be costing you money and what they actually mean, I've broken down the 5 most common ones. That video is coming up next.